Hello, people of the internet. Welcome back. So in this video, I didn't really know what to film. I've got a plan for another video, but that's going to be a bit more difficult to film. So today I thought I would just do a list of my favourite things at the moment that you might not know about, so I can introduce all of these genius inventions to anyone who might be interested. Funnily enough, this list also, a lot of the things on it double up as the rest of my family's least favourite things. So I guess it's dual purpose. Well, never mind. I don't know what I'm saying. Let's get into it. So the first thing on my list, you will see why this is also a list of my family's least favourite things, is this. English folk tunes for recorder. I've been trying to learn how to play the recorder recently. I'm not any good, but this book is good. So it's got all sorts of like English folk tunes in, and there is online audio material. So you can go online and you can listen to how they're supposed to sound. I can put I do it through my cochlear implant. So obviously, being deaf, I can't hear it that well. But like I can still tell that they're like good. All of the pieces are played by a lady called Catherine Bennett, who's like an actual recorder player. Because a lot of these books, when it's got audio files, it's just like a kind of MIDI file from a computer, which just gives you an idea of the tune, but it's not very inspiring. This is a bit more like proper, and its level of difficulty says it's from UK grade 3. I'm not following the like grades thing, but maybe if you're like an absolute beginner with no idea what you're doing, this might not be the one to start with. But I mean, if I can do it, it's not that hard. So quite frankly, it's not that hard. So yeah, I've got 2 recorders. I've got a descant or soprano recorder, which is this one. It's kind of, I've not got that on very straight. This one, it's the Mollenhauer Dream Soprano Recorder, and it's got wood at the bottom, which gives it a nicer sound, but it's still plastic at the top, which makes it a lot cheaper, and also means it's like washable and easier. It's very nice, I think. I'm enjoying playing it, but it is quite loud because it's a modern recorder, but it's designed to be more like a Renaissance recorder, so it's got quite a big hole at the end, which makes it louder. So I might have to, I think my family might appreciate if I got myself a quieter recorder. But what you can do to try and quiet it down is put a bit of paper in this bit and cover half of the bit that makes the sound, and that can make it quieter. I've also got a treble or alto recorder. They're the same thing, it's just different words for the same thing. It's this one, it's by Yamaha, and I use a bit of blue tack on the back to rest the thumb of my right hand on to make it, I don't know, so it doesn't slide down when I'm trying to play it. I'm not any good at playing. You'll see why this is one of my family's least favourite things. I'll play you a bit. This is number 47 in this book, and it's The Oak and the Ash. This is one of the easier ones to play. So, still sounds bad, but it's one of the easier ones. Okay. Oh, they're arranged for soprano recorder, but I just play them on either because I can't be bothered to buy a different book. But it's fine. So I'll just do it. Let me try that again. that was not my best performance. I get as soon as I try and record myself or do it in front of anyone, it gets way worse. But it's not usually really good. But that is worse than it normally is. If anyone's got any tips for me in the comments, please give them to me. I'm open for any suggestions for improvement. So if anyone is decent at playing recorder, please let me know what I need to do to improve. Second thing on my list of favourite things are these shoes. They're from a company called Feel Grounds, and they're like barefoot shoes. So they're really like thin on the soles and are very like wide here, so they don't squish your toes together. And it's supposed to help keep your body in like alignment and be healthy or something. So I really enjoy them. I think they're very comfortable. I have another pair of barefoot shoes as well from a company called Freet. But my family bullied me for those a bit too much. So now I've got these ones, which my family still bully me about, but I think they look better. So my dad doesn't bully me about these ones, but my mum still does. It's fine. I don't mind. But they're very, very comfortable. They are quite expensive, but they're no more expensive than any other barefoot shoes. It's just, they are an expensive thing, and that's how much shoes cost when they're not made by a 12-year-old in Cambodia. So, I mean, you're paying for whoever made it to have like a living wage. So that's a plus. So these are the next thing on my favourite thing list. Next thing on my list is actually in my car. I don't have it with me, but I'll put a picture of this item on the screen. It's called the Rescue Me, spelt with RESQME. And it's a thing that you keep in your car, and you either put it on the key ring of your car keys, or what I've done is I've attached it to the rear view mirror in my car, and it's got a thing on it to cut your seatbelt and to break the window. So if you ever get trapped in your car in some sort of emergency situation, like if your car gets flipped over and you can't undo your seatbelt, you can use it to cut the seatbelt, so you can escape safely. Well, I mean, as safely as possible. My family thinks that I'm being a bit overcautious, but my dad said, "Oh, why do you have that? Whereas I just hope that I'm not in a car accident." And it's like, well, that's stupid, isn't it? I'm not hoping that I'm in a car accident, but if I am in a car accident, I want to be as safe as humanly possible. I want to have everything at my disposal. And it was only £8, so if it could be the best £8 I've ever spent in my entire life. I mean, I hope it won't be, but might be. So I recommend anyone who is often in a car gets there are other brands that do a similar thing. The glass breaker and seatbelt cutter. I haven't tested it out myself because I haven't been in an accident, but I've seen videos on YouTube where some people literally flipped themselves over in a car and tested to see if they could cut the seatbelt and break the window. They could, so sounds legitimate to me. And in the Netherlands, it's a legal requirement to have one of these in your car. So they must be good. But there are different brands that make the seatbelt cutters and glass breakers. I mean, you just pick whichever one you like most. There are some that are more big, like a hammer, like what you get in buses and stuff. But the Rescue Me thing is quite small. It's about this big. So that's really good. Next thing on my list are shampoo bars and face wash bars. it's more eco-friendly than having plastic bottles. And I've tried shampoo bars before, but the one I got, I think it was a little bit too natural. Like it like left a weird residue in my hair. But I've got one from Garnier, the like normal shampoo brand, and it's the blue coconut scented one. And that's really good. I'll put a picture of what the box of it looks like on the screen. And the face wash bar I have is from Nivea, and it's the pink one. I'll again put a picture of that one. Next thing on my list of favourite things is a knitting row counter. So I often I like knitting, and it sometimes gets a bit complicated to keep count of your like rows in your head. But I got a little stitch counter thing the other day. It was only £1.50 and it's actually very helpful. So if you knit, that might be something useful for you. Obviously you can also put it on like a crochet hook and use it for crochet as well. Same principle. Next thing on my list are Squishmallows. Yes, this is Keith here, and I've also got Erica, and they are so soft and so like squishy and so cuddly. I really enjoy them, and they're not like insanely expensive either. They're like reasonably priced for cuddly toys. Cuddly toys are very expensive, but these are quite reasonably priced. If you would like a less reasonably priced cuddly toy, these I've had for years. This is Aardvark. He's one of the Jellycat corduroy cuddly toys. I'm not sure if they really make them anymore, but they're like fat, like corduroy material, and he feels very nice. I've also recently, this isn't one of my, I mean he is one of my favourite things, but you can't really buy him. He's, this is Pooh Bear. He's my old like teddy since I've had him since I was 1, and I've recently restored him back to his former glory because he was full of holes, and I'd patched him all up like over the years, but all his patches were peeling off. I'll put pictures of the like before and then once I took all his patches off, and then like now he's had extensive skin grafts, Pooh Bear has. So that's another thing. Another thing I really like, this isn't like a specific product, but it's just a more general item, is polarized sunglasses. These are my ones. And if you've got hearing aids or cochlear implants, and like you have anything behind your ears, get the ones that are like more thin rather than the fatter plastic, because they're uncomfortable behind your ears if you've got hearing aids. Also, I really enjoy my Kindle. My like Kindle thing to read books on. I read lots of books on this. It's very good. I also enjoy, this video is getting quite long. It's a liquid timer. I got it on Amazon, and you tip it over and you can see it's got like bubbles that fall down, and it's just nice to look at. It's like a lava lamp but doesn't require any electricity, so I guess that makes it more eco-friendly. But I mean, it's a bit of plastic tap from China, but I really enjoy it. Yeah, you might, if you like to look at relaxing things, then you might want to get one of those. Another relaxing thing to look at, this is a Pop-It Octopus. It's, I don't know, like the new version of a fidget spinner. You can spin it. It looks like it's going much slower on camera. I think something to do with the frame rate. And it's also got things that you can like pop. So I enjoy that. I also got this for my birthday. This is a little, it's like half a rucksack. You put it on like that. And it's by a company called Roka. My mum got it for me for my birthday. And it's made with recycled plastic bottles. So that's good. Yes, I think that's everything I have to talk about in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Before I go, I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who has donated to my GoFundMe. It's at nearly £6,000 already, which is a bit crazy. I feel a bit like that that people have donated so much money, but I'm very grateful and I'm very pleased, and I do hope I will actually be able to get another cochlear implant. Yeah, it's looking hopeful, I guess. I'll put the link to the description in this video as well, just in case anyone else would like to donate. No pressure, of course, but yes, it's there if you'd like it. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye!